Well, hello there. Welcome to my documentary. My name is Captain Seabass. I'm going to be your host today, and on the camera, that's going to be Jamie, aka sea name Gemma. She's going to be taking care of the production. So, welcome to my sailing vessel. Yes, sailing vessel. That's what it is. Well, let's get this documentary started. So, they call guys like me old salts. They call us that because of our vast oceanic experience.
Experience?
Well, let's just say I have more than 10 out on the ocean.
10 what?
Obviously, you're wanting to make fun of me and my sailing experience like the lady at the insurance company did whenever I called to get insurance on the boat. So let's just say, well, I've only been out on the ocean 10 times, but there was a lot that went down on those 10 times. I learned a lot out there.
Tell them about when you almost made those people cry.
Well, yeah, I'm sorry that the people started crying when we were out there, but you know, we were on the high seas. There was a lot of adventure happening that day.
We almost died on Memorial Day, Chris.
Well, again, it's not my fault that those people don't have the same sense of adventure and bravery that I possess.
When we left, we had just enough fuel to make it to San Juan, and we are out of fuel.
Okay, tell us about the boat, Captain.
Well, let's get on with the tour of the boat. So before I do that, let me slip out of this berth and out of my yachting sleepwear and into some of my sailing clothes here. So anyway, let me show you how an old salt gets up.
Are you okay, Salt?
Oh, mother! Side, that hurt.
Do you need some help in there? You need a Band-Aid?
I got it. They make these boats for midgets, I think. So, God, that's tight. Oh, I might need a Band-Aid. All right, welcome back. Now that I'm dressed in my traditional recreational sailing outfit, we can continue the tour. So let's go topside, and I'll show you all around. So let's start out with some specs. This is a 33-foot monohull, fractional sloop with a spade rudder. So what's that exactly mean? Well, I'm not really sure, but I'm sure it's impressive, kind of like my outfit. So let's take a walk over here. So this boat was made by a company called Advance. They're out of Finland. And it was built in the year of 1984, which is the same year I graduated high school. Coincidence? I don't think so. Let's keep walking. So this sailing vessel has a beam of 9 feet. It's 9 feet wide. It has a draft of 5.5 feet. What does that mean? Well, it means if I go into water that's 5 feet or less, I'm going to need to call Towboat USA to come and give me a lift and get me back on my way. I've already had to use them once. I've got them on speed dial. I bought the unlimited package. I spared no expense. I'm sure I'll be using them quite often. So the mast of this vessel is 41 feet tall. So I've yet to ascend the mast, but I need to because I need to do some work on my anchor light up there. Whenever I do this, I'll use what's called a Bosman's chair. A line like this with that winch. And Jamie's going to be on the wind channel here whenever I do it. My life will literally be in her hands. I figure this little bit of work that I need to get done is probably going to end in a nasty fall, and I'll probably end up spending more money calling a professional rigger out in order to take care of the work up there. But hey, who cares? It'll make a good story. As you can see from the image, the boat has a long-weighted keel. The weight of the keel is almost 5,000 pounds. This prevents the boat from capsizing. Although the comfort ratio has rated this boat as a cruiser at 25.96, she has a capsize screening formula of 1.7. What's that mean? Well, it means she's rated for the blue water. That means we're going to the ocean. Wait, Jamie, I can see you saying no with the camera. No, we're going to the ocean one day. We're gonna go to the ocean one day. But that's okay. You don't want to go to the ocean, I'll just trick you, just like Christopher Columbus did with so many of his crew. Christopher Columbus, you know, that reminds me of that song. The Pinta, the Nina, the Santa Maria.
The Nina, the Pinta, the Santa Maria. I'll do you in the.
In order to continue the production of this film, Jamie, aka Gemma, she's insisted that I read this statement. Do I have to read this?
Yes, read it.
It's so embarrassing. I, Chris Pruitt, agree to make no further attempts to sing the awesomely funny song. I added that. To sing the awesomely funny song, I agree to make no further attempts to sing the song from the movie Step Brothers. Okay, are you happy now?
Okay, you
Can
can
we
keep
keep
going.
going?
You can keep going.
All right.
I would have done the exact same thing.
So you'll notice there's no steering wheel back here. So how do I steer this vessel? The old-fashioned way. I use this tiller. So back here in this locker, this is where we keep something very important. It's the handle for the manual bilge pump. If we ever start taking on water below deck, all I do is put this in here, start doing like this, it'll pump that water right out. At least that's what's supposed to happen. Probably, if you ever see me with this, I grab a life jacket. Probably means we're going down. Here, back in you go. I'm sure I'll be seeing you later. So this right back here, this is called the Traveler. This is called the main sheet. And by the way, ropes on boats, these are called lines, or we call those sheets as well. This is a winch. We put these sheets on this winch, and that's how we control those sails. As you can see, I've got a lot of them here, and one day I hope to know exactly what they all do. So now it's time for me to come below deck, and we're going to wrap things up. So back here in this part of the boat, we've got the galley. We've got hot and cold water. We've got a sink right here. This is the ice box. We've got an AC unit. Then over here, this is called the chart plotter table. This is where I'll plan out my ocean passages, and well, right now since the boat's on Lake Conroe, well, it's where I mix my drinks. So now it's time for me to show you our propulsion system. What we have right there is a 15 horsepower Yanmar diesel engine. At 2,000 RPMs, we get moving in about 5 knots. That's pretty good. So we come to the end of the tour, and we're out here sailing on the lake now. We don't have any wind. We're making a full 1 knot is our speed over the current. Anyway, I want to talk about the name of the boat. So last year, did a lot of thinking on what to name it. Came up with a bunch of fun, clever names, and won't mention too many of them because about 90% of them are politically incorrect. So we better let that sleeping dog lie. Anyway, we're driving down the road, Jamie and I was, and the name came to me, and I knew it was the right name the second that I said it, and that I thought it, and the name of the boat is it's Peggy Lou. That was my mom's name. She died a few years ago, and wanted to go with that name because, you know, like all moms, you know, moms keep you safe, and they watch after you, and everything else. So that's the name of the boat. And right now, like I've said before, we're on Lake Conroe. Somebody moved this boat up here years ago from Kemah down in Galveston, and we're going to get it back down there and into the salt water, so I can officially earn the name of the Old Salt. And we're going to get it back in the salt water next year. And it's no small venture to get that done. I gotta hire a crane to come over here and park on the edge and pull it out. And then after we do that, gotta have an 18-wheeler, and you hire a rigger, and they gotta take this mast down and everything else and pack it up, drive it down to Kemah, and then unload it, and we'll have it down there. And maybe someday, even though Jamie says she doesn't want to go out into the middle of the ocean, but we're gonna go there one day, and we're I'll probably trick her, tell her we're just going out for a little cruise in the bay. Of course, she'll probably see that I have all a month's worth of food on board, but we'll pull out of Galveston, turn left, and just keep going until we hit Florida, and then we'll see where we go from there. But it was made to be out in the ocean, and that's where we're gonna go again. So there's a guy named John Shedd. He has a quote that says, "Boats are safest in the harbor, but that's not what they were built for." And that's kind of the way that I like. It's kind of the way I like to live my life, and I don't like sitting in the harbor too much. You know, life's too short to do that, so you got to get out there. So I hope you enjoyed the video today. It was a lot of fun to make, and as I always say, you know, find your adventure and live your life. And if you're ever down this way and you want to go sailing, just give me a call, and I'd be glad to take you out at any time. So we've officially hit 1/2 of a knot, so that means there's no wind blowing right now. So I guess we better call it the end and wrap this up. So as I said, I hope you enjoyed the video, and from me and Jamie and the Peggy Lou, hope you have a Merry Christmas.